So today we're diving deep into something pretty cool. It's called the Digital Trust Ecosystem.
The DTE.
Hey, the DTE, yeah, you got it.
It's brand new, a not-for-profit.
Yeah, it's not for profit. And they're really focused on helping those folks navigate all the ins and outs of information security.
It really is that one-stop shop they're aiming for. Yeah, or all things InfoSec. You need resources. You need to connect with people. You need help with picking a vendor. This is where you go.
So, okay, let's say I'm working at not like a school in the middle of a big project. What is it like specifically? How does the DTE help me?
Well, think about this. Imagine having a virtual library, just at your fingertips. All the latest white papers, all the research reports, for expert insights. No, but curated.
So you're not just doing a Google search and getting a million things that may or may not apply.
They do the heavy lifting, sifting through the noise so you don't have to.
Okay, I like that. But let's say I hit a snag, right? Like I'm trying to figure something out. It's like a really particular security question. And I need like another expert to bounce this off of.
You need like a second opinion.
Yeah, second opinion.
Yeah, so this is where the DTE's community place comes in. It's like think of it like a virtual water cooler for security professionals, where you can connect, you can bounce ideas around, you can share best practices.
So it's not just like some generic forum online.
Yeah, exactly. You're with people who get it, they understand the unique challenges, and what's even better?
What?
They have a program for vetted service provider.
Wait, so they're helping you find vendors? Oh, because let me tell you, finding a good vendor, it's like nightmare. Yeah, it is. It's rough.
Like finding a needle in a haystack?
Yes, exactly.
It's exactly the problem that they're trying to solve. The DTE vets these providers. They make sure they meet these, top-notch security standards. And get this, they even negotiate special pricing for members.
Oh, wow. So it's like having a personal shopper, but for cybersecurity. That's amazing.
And if that wasn't enough, they got an AI librarian to help you navigate that massive virtual library.
Wait, an AI librarian? That's like straight out of a movie.
It sounds futuristic, but it's here. But it's now. This AI librarian helps you find the information you need quickly. It makes knowledge discovery like the tone brief. It's like having a personalized research assistant working just for you.
That's amazing. Okay, what else is there?
Well, they've partnered with Wiley Publishing.
Wiley? Like the textbooks?
Yeah. The big books, the ones that cost, an arm and a leg.
Are they giving them away?
Not giving them away, but close. The DTE has a book rental program, so members can access the latest knowledge without, breaking the bank.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like a lending library for like all the essential cyber books.
Pretty much. And it aligns perfectly with their whole mission of making security resources accessible to everyone.
That's really cool. This is great. Like it sounds like they've thought of everything.
They really have. And they've even got a great group of launch partners too. Companies like Venseca, Arctic Security, and Securaden, to name a few.
Yeah, let's break those down a little bit. Yeah, so Venseca, what do they do?
So they're all about evaluating the security of your vendors. Imagine like you're about to sign a contract with a new software provider for your school. Venseca will give you the insights into their cyber risk profile.
Well, that's important.
So you're not partnering with somebody that's going to put your data at risk.
Yeah, I was just reading a report recently about a school district that got hit with ransomware, and it was like all because one of their vendors had like really bad security. It's a nightmare.
That's exactly the kind of situation Venseca can help you avoid. They give you peace of mind when you're choosing these vendors.
I like that. And then what about Arctic Security?
So Arctic Security, they help organizations get ahead of threats with their early warning system. It's like, having a radar system that scans the horizon for potential cyber attacks.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, they identify vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. It's like getting a heads up before the storm hits so you have time to batten down the hatches. We're going to hack your system.
So this is really starting to come together in my head, how this ecosystem is. Like all these pieces are working together. Yeah. So then Securaden, you mentioned them earlier. What's their specialty?
So they're the guru when it comes to compliance and ISO standards, the regulations, they're a headache. Securaden helps organizations cut through all that confusion and make sure they're meeting all the necessary requirements.
I love that analogy. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm already feeling better just knowing that's out there.
Yeah, that kind of expertise can really, really help.
Absolutely. Where else we got?
Well, we haven't even touched upon WISTIC yet.
Now lose more. A WISTIC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they streamline the vendor assessment process,
Okay.
making it easier for both the buyer and the seller to exchange security information.
So like a matchmaking service, but for secure vendors and the organization.
Exactly. They simplify the whole thing. All the friction, the frustration that usually comes with vendor assessment gone.
Okay, very cool. What about Paperclip?
Paperclip. So they have this unique data security solution. It's called Faith, and it protects sensitive information by isolating it in like a secure container. It's like a safe deposit box for your data. Keeps it locked down, away from prying eyes.
Nice. An extra layer of security. I like that. And then you said Galaxy earlier.
Oh, yes, Galaxy. So they offer this all-in-one platform for secure communication and data protection.
Okay.
So that includes things like email encryption, file encryption. They even do electronic signatures, so like a Swiss Army knife for cybersecurity tools. Everything you need in one convenient package. And get this, they actually prioritize usability. You don't need a PhD in cryptography to figure out how to use it.
That's good. Yeah, because not all of this are tech wizards.
And finally, we have ACOPS, specializing in secure remote access solutions.
Okay. Yeah, that's super important now with everybody working from home. I can't imagine the security ethics.
Oh, it's a lot to juggle. But ACOPS, they help you navigate all of that. They offer solutions that allow employees to work securely from anywhere while maintaining like really tight security controls. It's like having a virtual security guard, at the entrance of your network.
That's good. So we got the virtual library, we got the community of experts, we got the vendors, we got an AI librarian, we got book rentals, we got all these different companies, like they're in this space. This is like a dream come true for anybody that's like ever felt overwhelmed.
Like, where has this been all my life? But the best part is, this is just the beginning. As the DTE grows, we can expect even more innovative solutions and partners to join this ecosystem.
That's amazing. Okay, so let's take a minute. Let's let all this sink in. We'll come back and just say, we're going to explore like the potential impact of this
Yeah.
and what it means for the future of cybersecurity in these sectors.
I'm like, still kind of reeling from all this. The HPE stuff.
It is a lot. It really is. Like they've taken the best parts of like cybersecurity and collaboration, and they've just like bottled it up and given it to it. Like we have this like incredible toolbox. Now we just got to figure out how to use all the tools. Speaking of which, that AI librarian, really curious, like what kind of impact do you think that's going to have on the way that we even approach like security research?
Huge. It's potentially a game changer. Imagine being able to ask a question like, show me the best practices for securing student data in a cloud-based learning environment. And it pulls up not just links, like the most relevant sections of reports, highlights key takeaways, even connects you with like experts who've dealt with that in the community place.
That's crazy. I've spent so many hours just like sifting through research papers, feeling like I'm only getting like a tiny little bit of the information.
Yeah, you're just scratching the surface.
So this could really take all that knowledge and make it so much more
Accessible, especially for divvy people who don't have time to chase down every rabbit hole. Especially think about like smaller school districts or, rural healthcare providers. They don't have like big security teams. So like this could really level the playing field, give them access to the same level of knowledge as a larger, well-funded institution.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's not just about the information, it's about collaboration. Do you think that's really the key to tackling all of these increasingly complex challenges that we're seeing?
Absolutely. No single organization, no matter how big they are, how much money they have, they can't do it alone. Cybersecurity, things are changing so fast. The attackers are getting so much more sophisticated. Everything's connected. Vulnerabilities pop up in the weirdest places.
It's not just about like building a higher wall.
Wait, it's not a perimeter anymore.
Yeah, it's more about working together to find the weaknesses.
Exactly. I think TE gets that. They're creating this space where professionals can connect, share their experiences, learn from each other's, mistakes. And by doing that, we can all raise the bar for security, in these sectors.
That's great. So we've established the DTE offers this great platform for knowledge sharing, for collaboration. But let's be realistic for a second. How do we actually get people to use it? Because, security professionals, they're busy, and getting them to make time to engage, like, it's a challenge.
It is. It is. But I think the DTE has a couple of things going for it. First of all, the value proposition. Like, it's super strong. You've got the curated resources, you've got the vetted vendors, you've got the AI research help. These are things that security people deal with every day. These are their pain points.
Yeah, so it's not just like a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's like, come join our tree. It's like, no, they're actually getting you stuff. That's
Yeah.
practical, and it's going to make your job better.
Tools, solutions, and on top of that, they've got the Wiley book rental program. Staying up to date on all the security stuff, it can be expensive, really expensive. So this removes that huge barrier to entry, makes these essential resources more accessible to a wider audience.
Yeah, it's true. And you always got the power of peer pressure in a good way. Once a few organizations start seeing the benefits, word's going to get out.
Excess breeds success, and the more people participate, the richer the community gets. It's like this positive feedback loop.
Yeah, that's great. So this is all like painting a very like rosy picture. But I'm curious, like, how do these vetted service providers, like, how do they fit in? Is it just about getting a discount, or is there something like more to it?
Oh, it's way more than discounts. Remember, they have like strict criteria, for these providers. They're not just looking for any company that offers a solution. They're looking for partners who share their values, trust, collaboration, a commitment to improving security in these sectors. It's like a seal of approval. So you can quickly identify these vendors you can trust without having to do all the background checks yourself.
And that saves a ton of time.
Oh, yeah. Huge time saving.
And you got to imagine that having these vendors as part of this community's ecosystem, it makes the community even better, because it's not just security people talking to each other. It's the people who are building this solution.
Right, exactly. So it's a much more like holistic approach. You're bringing together the people who understand the problems and the people who are building the tool.
So it's really like, it's less of a cybersecurity conference and more of like a living, breathing, like movement. Yes, a movement.
And I like that.
Towards a more secure and trustworthy digital future.
Yeah. It's not just about good technology. It's about changing like how we think about security. It's got to be a shared responsibility.
It's a team effort.
A team effort, exactly. And with, partners like Venseca helping people that they're vendors, and Arctic Security providing those early warning systems, and Security and guiding everyone through like the compliance maze. It's like they've assembled a dream team.
They really have. And Wistic, streamlining all those vendor assessments. Yeah. And Paperclip, giving us that extra layer of safety. And Galaxy, they've got like every tool you need.
All on one plate.
And ACOPS, making sure everybody working from home is safe. This is a great lineup.
It's amazing. And it's only the beginning. As the DTE gets more momentum, I think we're going to see even more partners, even more solutions, and it's just going to make this ecosystem stronger.
I love it. This has been a very enlightening deep dive. It's making security accessible to everybody.
It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how techie you are.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if I'm listening to this and this sounds amazing, but where do I start?
Well, first of all, take a deep breath, because the DTE is there to make your life easier, not harder. So go to their website, TheDTE.org, and just start clicking around. Just start exploring. And don't be afraid to reach out to people, ask questions, and remember, you're not alone in this.
Yeah, that's a good point, because cybersecurity can feel very overwhelming. But with something like this, you have a whole team behind you.
Absolutely.
I feel like we've just started like scratching the surface, and I'm like genuinely excited to see where this goes.
Me too. There really is like this beacon of hope. It is in a world that like can feel very like dark sometimes with all the cyber threats and everything, but this shows you like collaboration works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Immunity works, and we can actually tackle these problems together.
So if you're out there and you're just like, you need help navigating all this, like the DTE is here for you. Go check it out.
Go check it out.
Connect with the community, and let's build a more secure future together.
I love that. And as you all go on this journey, I want you to think about something. How can we each contribute to this movement, a more trustworthy digital world? What can we do, like today, to make things a little bit better?
Yeah, that's a great question. All right, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the digital trust ecosystem. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and stay secure.